Hello guys, welcome back once again. Today we are going to know that how to troubleshoot the traffic, because we have seen the environment where the applications users are coming to us and they are telling that, hey guys, this is my application which is not working, or this is my IP address and which is not working. So this is really annoying and no, it's bad to hear, but it's still we are an admin and we have to troubleshoot that why and which of the services are not running properly. So for that purpose I have set up a lab here. That is, let me just tell you that how exactly this is and what we are going to do. So I have for the convenience or to demonstrate you, I have taken 4 computers here, this one. So this all I will be set up a rule to allow this traffic to go to the internet, while I will deny some of the users to reach that one. So that's why I will distinguish that which and which IP address we have to filter it out, that which traffic is allowed and which are not allowed, and if they are not allowed and we want to allow it, then how exactly we have to do it, right? So let me show you the rule, that what rule I have. So this is basically like a setup. This network is from the previous example if you have seen my previous videos. So this is from that one, the same IP address here, but these are just additional. So I always have a rule to allow 10.1.1.0 network to go to the internet. Let me show you. That will make you a clear picture that what exactly I'm saying. Oh, I should be going here. So let me go to the policy and objects, and here to the firewall policy. So in the firewall policy you will see that I have an internet rule here, and that shows that any network, means any IP address on this network 10.1.1.0, that is basically source IP address, to all the destinations, any website they want to access it, they are always allowed to go it. And this is just a rule, and I have logged all the traffic. Another rule I have created, that is basically to block the internet just for these two IP addresses 10.1.1.6 and 10.1.1.7. So 1.1.6 is this one and 1.1.7 is this. Fine. So these two IP addresses are not allowed to go to the internet, and remaining these two should be allowed. So let's just check our traffic and just uh, let us now come to know that which of the traffic is allowed or not. So let me just ping it first, the internet. Ping 8.8.8. So obviously this is working very fine. We have a rule for this to be allowed, all the networks are allowed in that one, right? And let me just log this as well. So here I have disabled it as of now, so let me just log violation traffic, and this is enabled. Fine. So this is allowed, so that why I have enabled it, that if the traffic is denied, then it should be captured in our log, so then only we can be able to identify that this traffic is hitting our firewall, but this is not allowed through our firewall. That's fine. So that is fine. We have tested this rule in the previous classes as well. Let me just test this one, and that whether this 10.1.6 is allowed or not. So 1.6, this is the PC, and this should be you see the logs, right? I have tested it and it is working. So basically this should not be working. We have a deny rule for that one, but still this is allowed to go to the internet. So now we have to troubleshoot that why we have the rules to not to go to the internet, but still it is going to internet. So for that one we always go to the options, this log and reports. So we check the forward traffic, means that what are the traffic logs are there, right? So let's just refresh it, and we say that all the traffic is initiated from the 10.1.1.1. We don't have any traffic from 10.1.1.6, and why is that? That should not happen, right? We should get the logs. So let me just check that whether we are having any logs for that or not. Nothing. All sources are coming from 10.1.1.1. Nothing to the 10.1.1.6. Let me try with the another one, 10.1.1.7. and it is says that 10 dot oh sorry ping 8.8.8 10.1.1.8 is not reachable. Okay, I have configured the default gateway wrong. The default gateway should be 10.1.1.10. Now let's try to ping dot, and it is also allowed to go to the internet. Now why this is allowed to go to the internet? That is the main problem, because I have a rule to not to allow this traffic, right? Then why it is allowed? Let's refresh the logs once again, and now we see the older logs 10.1.1.6, and it is allowed to the go to the internet. I think we have some delay in getting the logs, so now 1.6 is available, and you just have to clearly come to know that which log means which traffic rule it is hitting. So if you focus on this, okay, so this is hitting the rule 10.1.1.6. This is hitting the rule to the internet. So we have a rule to allow to go to the internet, right? So is it hitting the wrong one or the correct one? So I think it is hitting the wrong one. It should hit the rule this one, block internet, then only the traffic will be denied, right? But here we have to focus that whenever we are configuring the policy, this policy should be at the top, then only it will be hit first, because in firewall policies always the rules from the top to bottom are checked. Means if this rule is allowed, the below rule is not being checked. So it is checking. Earlier what it was doing, it was checking this rule internet, and based on this rule it was allowing the traffic. Checking this rule, traffic was allowed. It was not checking this rule, right? Whether although we are having this block internet, and that should not be allowed to go to internet, but it is not hitting that rule. Now I have reversed. I have made the more specific rule on the top and the common rule at the below of this one. Now let's see that are we able to hit to the internet or not. And here we go. We have request timed out, and let me show you which IP address it is. I think you see it here, that is 10.1.1.7 IP address, and similarly let me check it for the 10.1.1.6, and here we go. We have request timed out. But the most important part, we have to capture this in the logs, that whether this traffic is allowed or denied. So let's check in the logs that we should be able to getting deny log in the log and reports. Go to the log and reports, check the forward traffic, and we have the rule deny violation. Do you see? We have this rule here, and it is not allowed to go to the internet. 10.1.1.7. okay, let me drag it a bit here. I think this is not allowed, so let me shorten it so you can see. Here we go. So it is having the deny policy. Similarly for 10.1.1.7, that is having a deny policy, and if you see the previous logs, it will be allowed to pass through it. .1.6 somewhere, yeah, here. So earlier it was allowed to reach to the internet, but now it is not. Now let's check 10.1.1.5. This one, and that is quite fast, and it is able to reach the internet. So let me tell you one more thing, that whenever you are working on the production environment, it is really difficult. You see the huge number of logs, right? This is just a very small number of logs I'm seeing here. There will be, like millions of records over there, and it is really difficult to find that which was your IP address. So for that one, we are having a feature here, add filters. So we can put it here as like source, it means that source IP address. So I'm going to filter like 10.1.1.6, and we see that traffic for 10.1.1.6, that this was the earlier it was not earlier it was allowed to pass through our traffic, but now if we see the latest one, it is not allowed to pass through our internet. Earlier it was allowed, and now we don't have the it is not allowed to the internet. So similarly we can put also to the destination, right? So let me just filter it for the destination as well. Let me click it here. Okay, 2, fine. And now this source IP is this one, and we have to put another filter, and that is for the destination. Or you can also put for the destination port. Let us suppose you want to check for any specific port. Let us suppose 443, right? Let's check for the 443. So we don't have anything for 10.1.1.6. So let me check it for 1.1, because these are VPCs and we are just checking for the ping only. So we see that there are multiple logs for 443. There are multiple destination. You want to filter it out any of the traffic for 142.250.193.35. You can put it here, right? So let me put the destination here, destination. And you can check any of the IP like 142.250.207.196. We have that option automatically available in the drop down. You can select any of them. Let's suppose search for 238. So we see that only 2 sessions for that one. So that's how we actually troubleshoot in the real life environment. And this is like shorten our search criteria. Otherwise it is really difficult to troubleshoot from in the complex and large environment where we are having thousands of computer, and they are just browsing millions of websites or millions of applications. So this is the way we used to troubleshoot it. So that's it for this session. That's what I was about telling about the NAT. In the next session, I'm going to discuss more about the NAT, that what basically NAT is. So next session, most probably that will be theoretical session. So I'll just cover a basic concept of NAT in reference to the firewall, not to the our routing and switching part we have learned. So that will be obviously some basics are related to that one, but later on we will be more focused on the firewall. And in the upcoming session, we will implement that in the real life environment or in the firewall. Okay guys, thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.